CNN exclusive. Newly uncovered photos and video offers a new look at President Trump's past ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
Here you see the two, the opening of the Harley-Davidson Cafe. Months later, some new photos reveal Epstein walking into the Plaza Hotel to attend Donald Trump's wedding to Marla Maples. There's also what was found in this review of archival footage from a 1999 Victoria's Secret fashion show, which reveals, as you see, the two men chatting, laughing with one another on the sidelines of that event.
It's getting to the point where it's harder and harder to find a photo of Donald Trump without Jeffrey Epstein in it.
Trump keeps saying he barely knew Jeffrey Epstein, but the footage tells a different story. From the Plaza Hotel to his wedding with Marla Maples and the 1999 Victoria's Secret fashion show, Epstein keeps showing up beside him, talking, laughing, and looking anything but distant. The harder Trump tries to shift attention to Obama, the harder his own past comes back to haunt him.
As Donald Trump, your only hope is to be like, hey, I take pictures with lots of people, all right? I'm in pictures with OJ, Diddy. I'm in pictures with Harvey Weinstein. That's not helping. I'm gonna stop.
Josh Johnson's joke works because it turns Trump's own excuse into a humiliation. Trump can say, take pictures with lots of people. But when the examples are OJ, Diddy, and Harvey Weinstein, the defense only makes him look worse. Johnson doesn't need to over-explain it. He lets the absurdity speak for itself. And the real punchline is the chemistry between Trump and Epstein in the same room. They look comfortable, familiar, and friendly.
And they're not just in the video. Look at the chemistry they have. And this is genuinely unfortunate and unfair to Trump, but the way the camera highlighted the two of them makes it look like a giant heart on a kiss cam. What makes me feel terrible is I don't have a friend that I'm as close with as Trump was to Epstein, you know? They're making drawings for each other, laughing, showing up to weddings, going to shows together. The only way my friends hang out with me that much is if we're both holding Xbox controllers.
Josh Johnson turns the clip into a brutal joke at Trump's expense. He doesn't even need to make a heavy accusation. The footage does the damage for him. The way the camera frames Trump and Epstein makes their interaction look almost embarrassingly close, like a kiss cam moment gone horribly wrong. Johnson's insult lands because Trump keeps claiming he barely knew Epstein. Yet, the old evidence shows them laughing, attending events, showing up at weddings, and looking far too comfortable together. The more Trump denies it, the more ridiculous he looks.
The point is, CNN found all this new footage, and Trump didn't really appreciate it.
You actually called President Trump directly to ask him about this story?
Yeah, we weren't on the phone very long. It only lasted about 30 seconds. But when I got him on the phone, I asked him about the wedding photos. He kind of paused and then said, "You've got to be kidding me." He then called CNN and me fake news a few times, and then he hung up the phone.
Wait, hold on. You can just call Donald Trump and he'll just pick up the phone himself?
Josh Johnson makes the whole moment feel even more humiliating for Trump, because the problem is not just that CNN found more photos and footage of him with Jeffrey Epstein. The real problem is how Trump reacted when he was asked about it. A reporter called him directly about the wedding photos, and instead of sounding calm, prepared, or in control, Trump reportedly paused, said, "You've got to be kidding me," called CNN fake news multiple times, and then hung up the phone. That reaction is exactly what gives Johnson so much material. Trump usually tries to present himself as the master of every situation. Loud, confident, untouchable, always controlling the room. But here, the second the Epstein question comes up, the image changes completely. He does not sound like a man brushing off a meaningless story. He sounds annoyed, exposed, and desperate to end the conversation before it goes any further. Johnson's sarcasm works because he does not have to force the joke. The situation is already ridiculous. CNN finds old footage. A reporter calls Trump, Trump answers. The reporter asks about Epstein. Trump gets angry, says, "Fake news," and hangs up. That is not a serious media strategy. That is a panic button disguised as outrage.